Ryan Reynolds, the king of sarcasm and the actor who can turn even a flop into a cult hit, is facing a drama that not even his sharp wit can fix. Picture this. Inside his sprawling, luxurious mansion, Ryan paces back and forth in sweatpants, poring over stacks of legal documents, while his trademark grin is nowhere to be found. In the corner, Blake Lively, his wife and red carpet partner in crime, flips through a cookbook with one eyebrow arched, clearly fed up with the chaos. The spark? A seemingly harmless comment from Ryan that has spiraled into a full-blown legal nightmare involving It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni. What started as Ryan defending Blake in a professional dispute has morphed into a controversy that's dominating headlines. The story goes like this. Blake had creative differences with Baldoni during production, and Ryan, in his classic no-filter style, made a biting remark in her defense. That offhand comment, while intended to support his wife, has now triggered a wave of legal action from Baldoni's camp, who accuse Ryan of damaging his reputation. What's worse, the media frenzy and public scrutiny are pulling the golden couple of Hollywood into a storm they never saw coming. And this time, Ryan's charm might not be enough to save the day. Inside the Reynolds Lively household, the tension is palpable. Far from the picture-perfect couple we see on red carpets, Ryan and Blake are navigating uncharted waters as their private life gets swept into the public spotlight. For a pair whose chemistry has always been their brand, equal parts glamour and humor, this latest controversy has placed a strain on their dynamic. Sources close to the couple reveal that while Blake values Ryan's loyalty and protective instincts, she's less than thrilled about the way his sarcasm has amplified an already delicate situation. Blake, known for her meticulous approach to managing her career and image, is keeping a low profile, focusing on her professional projects and carefully distancing herself from the fallout. However, with her name now intrinsically tied to the drama, every move she makes is under scrutiny. Meanwhile, Ryan, usually confident and quick with a quip, is visibly shaken by the escalating stakes. The mansion that once buzzed with witty banter and shared laughs is now a quiet war room where strategies are debated late into the night. Adding to the strain is the looming presence of Justin Baldoni's legal team, who seem determined to turn this into a long, drawn-out affair. Blake's attempts to defuse the situation have reportedly been met with frustration on Ryan's part, as he insists his actions were fueled by love and a desire to stand by her side. For a couple who've long projected unity and shared humor, this conflict has revealed cracks beneath their golden exterior. Behind the scenes, their representatives are scrambling to manage the fallout. Publicists are crafting careful statements, PR teams are spinning damage control, and legal advisors are weighing the pros and cons of potential outcomes. Even their close friends are reportedly divided, some supporting Ryan's instincts to defend his wife at any cost, while others question if a more measured approach would have spared them this drama. In the midst of it all, the world watches. Fans dissect their every move on social media, commentators speculate about their relationship, and tabloids paint a dramatic picture of a house divided. While the couple has weathered media storms before, this is uncharted territory, and every misstep risks further damage, not just to their reputations, but to their carefully cultivated brand as Hollywood's golden couple. What started as a simple professional disagreement between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni over creative decisions on the set of It Ends With Us has snowballed into a media and legal fiasco that no one saw coming. Initially, the drama revolved around typical Hollywood tensions, artistic vision clashing with practical execution. But the moment Ryan Reynolds stepped in to defend Blake, the situation took a sharp turn toward chaos. With his characteristic, sharp tongue and a sense of humor that rarely misses, Ryan made what insiders describe as a biting remark about Baldoni's credibility as a director. While the comment may have been delivered in jest, it struck a nerve that has since set off a domino effect of legal threats and public controversy. The problem lies not just in what Ryan said, but in the context. His words came at a time when Baldoni was already under scrutiny for the film's underwhelming reception and behind-the-scenes drama. According to sources, Baldoni's team viewed Ryan's remarks as not just unnecessary, but potentially defamatory. Almost immediately, Baldoni's legal team began building a case, gathering everything from social media posts to public statements in an effort to prove that Ryan's comments went beyond mere humor and into harmful territory. To make matters worse, the media seized on the story, turning a relatively private creative dispute into a full-blown spectacle. Headlines went from highlighting the professional tension between Blake and Baldoni to framing Ryan as a reckless, impulsive player in the drama. Social media only added fuel to the fire, with fans taking sides and amplifying the narrative to global proportions. What could have been resolved quietly behind closed doors has now become the talk of Hollywood, with Ryan and Blake caught in the crossfire. The fallout isn't just reputational, it's deeply personal. Ryan's intent may have been to support his wife, but his approach has inadvertently dragged her further into the spotlight. Blake, who is known for being measured and professional, now finds her name splashed across headlines that she would likely prefer to avoid. What began as a straightforward marital gesture of solidarity has turned into a high-stakes game of legal chess, where every word, action, or public statement carries immense weight. This isn't just a creative disagreement anymore, it's a lesson in how even the smallest spark can ignite a wildfire in Hollywood's unforgiving landscape. Once the story broke, the media wasted no time turning the dispute into a full-blown spectacle. What began as a behind-the-scenes disagreement quickly became front-page news, with Ryan Reynolds' sarcasm at the center of the storm. Headlines flipped between portraying Ryan as the ultimate husband standing by his wife and painting him as reckless and impulsive. Social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram only amplified the chaos, with fans and critics alike dissecting every detail. In a matter of hours, the situation evolved into a public debate, with hashtags trending and opinions flying in every direction. On one side, loyal fans praised Ryan for defending Blake Lively, calling his actions a show of loyalty and love in the face of adversity. Memes celebrated his wit and framed Baldoni as overly sensitive for taking legal action over what some perceived as harmless banter. On the other side, critics argued that Ryan's trademark sarcasm had crossed a line, branding his comments as unprofessional and unnecessary. The divide in public opinion only added fuel to the already raging fire, with both camps relentlessly defending their stance. Meanwhile, the tabloid frenzy gave the drama new life with every passing day. The media leaned into the personal stakes of the story, dissecting the dynamics of Ryan and Blake's marriage. Speculation about tension in their relationship became a recurring theme, with unnamed sources alleging late-night arguments and growing frustration between the two. For a couple who have always been seen as Hollywood's golden duo, this level of scrutiny is uncharted territory. Blake's strategy of keeping a low profile hasn't shielded her from the spotlight either. Every decision she's made, from avoiding public statements to continuing with her professional commitments, has been analyzed as either a sign of strength or a signal of discord within her marriage. For Ryan, who is usually at ease with public attention, this particular situation seems to have thrown him off balance. His humor, often his greatest weapon, has become a double-edged sword in this context. As the narrative spirals further out of control, every move Ryan and Blake make is being interpreted, reinterpreted, and turned into clickbait. What was once a personal and professional disagreement has become a spectacle, with no resolution in sight and the stakes climbing higher by the day. For Ryan Reynolds, navigating this controversy has become a balancing act where every decision could shift public opinion and the legal stakes. Known for his quick wit and charm, Ryan is at a crossroads. Should he lean into his signature humor, take a serious diplomatic approach, or retreat into silence to let the storm pass? Each option comes with risks and potential rewards, and the wrong move could deepen the controversy, further impacting his reputation, career, and personal life. Using humor would seem like the most natural choice for Ryan, given how it's helped him win over fans and diffuse tensions in the past. A well-placed quip or self-deprecating remark might even allow him to reframe the situation, casting it as an overblown misunderstanding. However, the stakes here are far higher than his usual playful antics. Involving legal threats and accusations of defamation, this isn't a context where sarcasm can easily soften the blow. A misstep could be weaponized by Baldoni's legal team, turning Ryan's words into evidence against him. On the other hand, adopting a diplomatic and serious tone could demonstrate maturity and accountability. Issuing a carefully crafted public statement that acknowledges the gravity of the situation without admitting fault might appease critics and show that he's taking the matter seriously. Something along the lines of, "My comments were intended to support my wife and her professional efforts, not to disparage anyone," could shift the focus back to the original intent of his actions. However, in Hollywood's cutthroat PR game, sincerity can sometimes be misconstrued as an admission of guilt or weakness, leaving Ryan vulnerable to further attacks. Silence is the riskiest strategy of all. While it avoids adding fuel to the fire, it leaves the narrative entirely in the hands of others: media outlets, Baldoni's team, and even social media commentators. In a climate where public opinion changes with every new headline, staying quiet could erode the trust Ryan has built with his fans. Moreover, silence might make it seem as though he's retreating, which could be perceived as either guilt or indifference. Ryan is no stranger to the complexities of public life, but this situation requires more than a clever tweet or a charming interview. It's a test of whether his instinct for strategy and humor can navigate a landscape where every word or lack thereof has consequences. While Ryan Reynolds battles the public and legal scrutiny surrounding his remarks, Blake Lively finds herself caught in an increasingly delicate situation. Known for her poise and professionalism, Blake is working to distance herself from the controversy without alienating her husband or the fans who've long admired their relationship. This balancing act is no small feat, as every headline tying her name to the drama threatens to overshadow her career and projects. For an actress who has meticulously cultivated her public image, the stakes are exceptionally high. Blake's strategy so far has been to maintain a low profile, avoiding public commentary and focusing on her work. However, her silence hasn't shielded her entirely. Media outlets are eager to speculate about how this situation is affecting her personally and professionally. Rumors suggest that she's frustrated with how the issue has escalated and the added scrutiny it's brought to her life. After all, Blake has her own career and reputation to safeguard, one built on consistency, hard work, and staying out of unnecessary drama. Behind the scenes, sources indicate that the situation has introduced new pressures into the couple's dynamic. Though Blake appreciates Ryan's intent to defend her, the way it's played out has reportedly led to some tension. She's now in the difficult position of managing public perception, not just for herself, but for their relationship as a whole. The media, always quick to sensationalize, has been relentless in examining their every move, fueling speculation about whether their usually solid front is starting to crack under the weight of this controversy. Blake's inner circle has reportedly encouraged her to take control of the narrative, perhaps by issuing a subtle but firm statement that refocuses attention on her professional priorities. Still, she's cautious, knowing that any public comment could unintentionally reignite the firestorm or create new angles for gossip. Her decision to step back is as much about preserving her career as it is about minimizing further strain on her marriage. At the heart of this is a woman trying to maintain her independence and credibility while standing by her partner. For Blake, this isn't just about navigating the fallout of one comment. It's about ensuring that her own identity and ambitions don't get lost in the chaos. The stakes are high, but if anyone can manage the spotlight with grace, it's her. As the controversy spirals, the legal dimension of this feud has become the most critical front. Justin Baldoni's team, determined to defend their client's reputation, has escalated the matter with an aggressive strategy. Reports suggest that Baldoni's lawyers are meticulously piecing together a case, leveraging everything from public comments to digital footprints. Allegedly, they've compiled a trove of evidence, including screenshots of interviews, tweets, and potentially even private messages, to argue that Ryan Reynolds crossed a legal line from humor to defamation. For Baldoni, this isn't just about a sarcastic comment, it's about setting a precedent. With his reputation as a director and producer on the line, he's using this conflict to send a message about boundaries in public discourse. His legal team's efforts appear aimed not only at addressing the specific incident, but also at curbing the casual power wielded by celebrities in the court of public opinion. A successful case against Ryan would serve as a powerful reminder that even offhanded remarks from influential figures can have real-world consequences. Meanwhile, Ryan's legal team is equally busy behind closed doors. Their focus is twofold. First, to mount a solid defense against potential defamation claims, and second, to mitigate the public relations fallout. Lawyers are carefully scrutinizing Ryan's past comments to prepare for any potential court filings, while also crafting strategies to control the narrative outside the courtroom. This is not just about avoiding liability, it's about ensuring Ryan's personal brand, which is critical to his business ventures, emerges intact. The stakes are high on all sides. A protracted legal battle risks keeping the controversy in the headlines, prolonging the scrutiny, and potentially damaging Ryan's reputation further. However, agreeing to an out-of-court settlement could also have negative implications. Settlements, while discreet, are often perceived as admissions of guilt, which could hurt Ryan's credibility and embolden critics. Baldoni, too, is walking a fine line. If the case is dismissed or public opinion turns against him, he risks looking petty or overly litigious. As the lawyers from both camps prepare for what could be a drawn-out clash, the broader implications of the case loom large. This legal dispute is no longer just about two individuals. It's a cautionary tale about the risks of celebrity influence, social media, and the fine line between humor and harm. While the legal teams prepare their cases behind closed doors, the real battlefield seems to be unfolding in the court of public opinion. This is where perception, rather than fact, will determine who emerges unscathed or irreparably damaged. For Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni, every headline, tweet, and social media post serves as ammunition in a high-stakes narrative war. The winner, the one who can sway the public to their side. On one side, Baldoni is being framed as the wronged party, a professional trying to defend his reputation against what he perceives as an unfair attack. His camp has leaned heavily into this angle, with subtle leaks to media outlets portraying him as a director under pressure who has been unfairly criticized by an influential figure with a massive platform. For Baldoni, the key is maintaining the image of a hardworking artist standing up for himself in an industry where public perception can make or break careers. On the other side, Ryan is relying on his enduring popularity and the loyalty of his fans to weather the storm. Despite the controversy, his supporters have rallied around him, praising his defense of Blake as a gesture of love and loyalty. However, this support is not unanimous. Some critics argue that Ryan's sarcastic style, while entertaining, isn't appropriate in this high-stakes scenario. His usual charm, they claim, feels reckless when the stakes involve legal accusations and reputations. Social media has amplified this divide. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram are teeming with debates, hashtags, and memes, each fueling the ongoing conversation. Ryan's past as a master of viral content has served him well, but this time, the tide feels unpredictable. Every tweet he makes is dissected for meaning, and silence, ironically, speaks just as loudly as words. Meanwhile, Baldoni's team has avoided flashy public commentary, opting instead to let the narrative of a professional defending his credibility quietly gain traction. In Hollywood, perception is everything. The media frenzy surrounding this dispute isn't just noise. It's shaping the legacies of both parties involved. For Ryan, the stakes are particularly high. A single misstep in tone could alienate fans and business partners alike. For Baldoni, the challenge is proving his case without looking petty or vindictive. In this war of narratives, every word counts, and every day brings a new opportunity or risk to tip the scales.